Welcome back to Fighters Drinking Coffee, guys. Today we have our friend from across the pond, Adam Forster. He's a little bit of he's now a part of the Jiu Jitsu subculture lore. He's been all over the Instagram. You guys have probably seen some of his moves covered by some of the some big names, the Meow Brothers, Dubious Dom. He's out there making a name for himself in the European scene. He just got done competing at Euros. And we met at the London Open last year. He was giving me some insider intel on my opponent, helping me. I didn't quite execute from his intel, but that's fine. That's on me, not on him. But yeah, man, we're glad to have you on. Thank you for taking time. I know with the time zone difference, it's a little later there than it is here. So Adam, welcome on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, no, it's not too bad time, so I'm happy to have a chat. How you guys doing? Good?
We're doing good, man. It's a good week for us. It's about to be crazy cold here though. We have a big winter storm supposedly coming through, so there's like some madness at the grocery stores. But yeah, man. So we've started down this road now with like, does jiu-jitsu take itself too seriously? And we kind of, actually, you're a pretty great fit for that. You're making some funny and cool stuff out there on that I've been watching. I've been enjoying your feed. But the thing that we've kind of come to, we have a theory. Our theory is that Danaher has manufactured the beef between Gordon Ryan and Craig Jones. And we created like this
schematic.
Yeah, where like he's basically Emperor Palpatine and Craig Jones, I guess, is Count Dooku is what we decided. It's
fluid.
It's fluid. We can figure it out. We'll figure it out as we're going. We're building this theory right now.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it so far. I've got my tinfoil hat on already. I like it.
Excellent. And then Gordon Ryan, I guess, is Anakin Skywalker in this one. And like Craig Jones is really being propped up by John Danaher. And, he's leading the current separatist movement. And Gordon Ryan's, he has not yet killed the younglings. We haven't gotten to this part yet.
It's getting pretty close, I reckon.
Oh, it's getting close. Padme is still alive for the time being. He has not killed her yet.
Yeah, for now.
But the question that we've been trying to figure out is who is Obi-Wan Kenobi? That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. We haven't really nailed it down yet.
What are your suggestions so far? What's the few names we're going with?
I think the Mendez Bros is what Tim said. Is that right? So that's one we got put out there. Somebody fed one out there. I think it was hang on, I'll have to pull it up. I think someone threw out Placido. Placido is the one that they threw out there. I don't know what, maybe they're like, he's the one that's going to save us all. I was like, well, maybe he is. I don't know. But we'd like to hear what you think.
For some reason, my mind goes to Keenan Cornelius.
Oh,
explain.
He just seems the most kind of like level-headed and Obi-Wan type personality around, I think. Personally, anyway.
Isn't he kind of leading the charge on or hasn't he started like seeding American jiu-jitsu too? Like isn't he kind of starting to seed like the breakaway from Brazilian jiu-jitsu in name, and that we've evolved past it as well? Is that am I remembering this correct? I heard it from Josh McKinney.
Yeah, yes. I don't know how well it's working, but try that.
Yeah, but I just mean like that's.
Yeah, he has said and/or suggested a rebrand to American Jiu-Jitsu.
So maybe, I mean, that kind of fits in. I'm working your theory here because that kind of fits into that kind of fits in where like he's starting the seeds of rebellion. He's starting the rebellion, right?
Yeah, he's starting to see through the facade of the Senate.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that theory. That's a good one. I like that as a character. And then, who would you say Mikey Musumeci is?
Oh God. Jar Jar. I don't know.
That's what I said.
That's what we said.
Yeah, that was my instant reaction was Jar Jar.
It's so funny.
I mean, there's
All right.
that's it. I mean, that's just that's who he is now.
Yeah, man, Mikey's a weird guy. Something about him just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know if it's just I mean, like everyone in jiu-jitsu is like autistic, but I feel like he's really, really forcing that.
Our last guest was saying he comes off as too nice.
Mm.
And that
Yeah,
he's sort of like,
it's a disingenuous niceness. I kind of find
that's that's theory. That's the running theory.
Yeah, I think Tim was saying that he feels like he's Jar Jar Binks on the dark side.
Oh yeah, I like that theory. Isn't it Darth Jar Jar?
Darth Jar Jar.
People are saying that.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Darth Jar Jar, but
Yeah,
that's new to me. But I have
Oh, you know what, man? It's a great theory. It's he's been like a Sith the whole time.
phenomenal.
He was the plant within the system.
Mm.
But yeah,
Does that mean he's the plant within the UFC now?
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the case.
Oh man, working from the inside out. God damn.
He's taking the whole thing down, man. The Sith are everywhere now.
He's playing chess while we're playing checkers. God damn.
The system is infested, and I guess we need to break away and start American Jiu-Jitsu and tear the whole empire down.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you just got back from thanks for playing along with that too.
No, you're fine.
Do you have any?
Yeah, it was good.
Do you have any other spins off of that? Do you have any other characters you'd like to interject into this before we transition from here?
Or how about
No, I think Mike.
they're like counter schematics we might want to think about in Star Wars.
I'll have a think while we're talking.
That sounds good. But yeah, man. So you just did your first Euros, right? So you just got back.
I did
from
indeed.
that in Portugal.
Yes.
You want to give us a little rundown of
Yeah.
even just the adventure to Portugal? It's a pretty cool.
Oh
place.
man, yeah. So it didn't go exactly how I wanted to plan, but I mean, it's my first one out of the country, first Euros as well. Lisbon's super cool. I'm in the UK, so it was only like a 2.5 hour flight. Super easy. City's super nice. And we're like a 15 minute cab ride away from the venue. It was absolutely like crazy. The day after my one was a lot of, it was the black belts and brown belts, like Master One. And there was like people up in the stands, like a football stadium, just like screaming and like had flags and they were screaming, dancing, everything. It was absolutely insane. You couldn't hear yourself in the venue.
Oh man,
it was wild.
Did you watch any of the, did you watch Masters One brown belt? A friend of ours.
Oh, really?
Competing there, yeah.
Well, I think Mike's trying to get more intel.
I also intel on my.
Oh, nice.
I gotta applaud you guys for the proud tradition of U.S. UK intel sharing and
oh yeah.
friendship. I love that.
Yeah, we're keeping it our what is it? Our special relationship. That's what it's called, isn't it?
Special relationship.
That's it.
It's just a little bit where he's just giving me those
I think
those
Mike's
codes.
he's still trying to prime you puppy for intel. I mean,
Yeah.
No, I mean, so our friend RJ. I don't know if you ended up catching. I didn't see his. I haven't talked to him yet since he got back. But our friend RJ, he was the guy. They interviewed him and everything. He's a guy with cerebral palsy that was competing at.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
I think it was light feather round. But yeah, I wasn't sure if you got to see him. Sounds like you were there, but
yeah, and I don't think I saw the match. But man, that's awesome that he like got it. He got involved. That's fucking cool.
yeah, he's a warrior, dude. But that's it. He's a different person. He's not you. We're talking about you now. What was how did you get through? Was it just one match? Did you get a couple in?
So,
Give us a rundown of that.
So in theory, I had 2 matches. In theory, my first match kept getting pushed forward, so I was in the warm up bit for a while, warming up, getting going, and then my match got pushed forward by like half an hour. So I'm like rushing, getting myself ready, going through the gi check. So the guy checked one of my arms 4 times. The other one's fine, just keeps checking one arm for some reason. Then I was sitting around in the bullpen for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and my match just keeps getting pushed back for some reason. They weren't even calling my other guy. Then about 45 minutes later, I've just been standing there. I'm completely cold at this point, and they just DQ'd the guy. And then they're like, okay, you're on next. I went for my match. So this was my technically second match. So I won my first one because the guy didn't turn up. And then the second match, it was going well. Well, the guy seemed very aggressive, but also kind of like the whole time was like heavy breathing, like like really like invested in this. And he like tried to slam on he jumped and then tried to slam on footlock. I got out of it. I was passing half guard and I had the underhook. And then for some reason, my brain was like, oh, there's a lapel here. I'll go for that instead. As soon as I went for that, he came up and just like took my back, and I was defending the back for like 3 minutes, and then he finally got a choke on me. But it happens. He was like a cool dude. He went on to actually win the thing, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it's all experience. I had a good time, and someone had to lose that day, and it turned to be me. So
you can tell how much you compete by the mentality with that too. That so
no, thanks, man.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, it's always tough. First majors, I had a similar thing at my pans. So I totally get it. You get out there and like it's different than just the opens. So
oh man, it was I never normally. Yeah, I'm pretty like calm. Like I was calm during the match, but like after, like I never like I'm pretty like whatever happens happens. But after I was like, oh shit, I feel like I feel something. There's something inside of me. I've never had I have emotions. I have feelings. It was weird. And then my fiance like came down to see me, and that she was more upset than me. And then she's getting upset. I'm like, oh, please don't do this. She's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm upset. I'm like, no, don't get upset because I'm going to get upset. And she was like, okay, I need 5 minutes. She went outside, and then we were fine. But yeah, it was surprisingly emotional.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like with that you had outside of just like the emotions afterwards? Did you feel any difference in the nerves leading up to it or anything like that? Or do you feel like that was relatively measured?
Yeah, the nerves were fine. I usually just go into anything. Like it doesn't matter what competition. Like it's it's the same thing, just like a different venue and like different people. But I think it was just kind of, it was more, I think I was more just kind of annoyed at myself because I could do a lot better than that. And it was one of those things, I just fumbled it halfway through, and small mistakes at that kind of level lead to bigger like consequences, I guess. So it's kind of a bit like, oh, fuck, I could have done better than that. I wanted to be able to show that I could do better than that. But man, someone's got to lose, and then hopefully I can learn it from next time.
Yeah, don't do like I do, and definitely remember to not beat yourself, because that's why I did a few times. So continue.
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely did it. Like, don't get me wrong. On the inside, I was like, oh fuck. But man, you gave yourself like half an hour, and I was fine. What was that?
I said, how long have you trained?
So I've trained about 6.5 years. I started just before, so I started the end of 2019, and I did about 6 months, and then like COVID happened, and over here like everything shut down basically for like 6 months to basically a year. So the first year or so was a bit like hit and miss, and yeah, then I've just been training pretty much consistently ever since. I did have one. I'll carry on.
Go ahead, brother.
I know. I was going to say I got my. It took me ages to get my blue belt. There was some odd politicking in my old gym, and then when I did get it, I did a competition the next week, and then tore my ACL, and then was out for like a year essentially. And I came back, so it's been on. There's been 2 periods where it's been on and off, but the rest of it's been pretty consistent.
Feeling good now, though? Legs back where it needs to be?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, there's always like a low hum of pain, but I think that's just Jiu Jitsu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I was going to ask if you'd been at 40 Licks the entire time, but so I guess it seems like you were somewhere else and then ended up at 40 Licks.
Yeah. So my head coach, Adam Watts, who's the head coach of 40 Licks, he started at he got a black belt from another club, and that's where I started as well. And he was always my coach. Like he was the first coach I had like there. And he was always, I always went to his classes, and me and I was him had a really good relationship. And then when he went and started his, like club, it was affiliated with them as well, like the old one. And then, that kind of went away a little bit. Oh, what was it?
Which happens. Yeah. But sounds like you've been pretty active after the leg injury, after all that? Like, I've just been firing.
Yeah, pretty much. So, so I like competed a couple of times at like white belt, I guess, and then I got my blue belt, and a week later, I did just a random. The guy swept me, and my knee just exploded. And then I was still training, but just incredibly limited. And then it took me about a year to get back to competing again. And then ever since then, I just try and do like one every couple of months or so, if I can, one a month, something like that. And then, it's just been, especially at purple belt, I really was like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to try and do as many as I can. And it's snowballed quite a bit, which has been really cool.
I mean, about how many times did you compete last year? It seemed like you were pretty active, but I wasn't, counting.
Yeah. So I worked out I did 58 matches last year.
That's busy.
Yeah. Admittedly, some of them were like, I did some competitions where I had about 6 to 10 matches on like one day in like multiple divisions. So they kind of stacked in like a few over like a couple of weekends. But yeah, it was it was the busiest one I've had.
What's the outside of IBJJF? What's like the like regional scene like in in the UK, and what's the tournament series there that like we have Grappling Industries here. And
yeah, we've got that as well. We've got Grappling Industries. That's the one where you're going to get the most amount of matches. We've got another one in the UK called All Stars, which is basically like your cheap and cheerful one. Like it costs you like 50 quid for like 3 different divisions, and you're gonna get matches. It's just a bit unorganized, but if you want to experience like competition, that's like the one you go to. There's basically there's loads of competitions like every weekend. Essentially, pretty much every weekend you'll be able to find a competition somewhere in the UK. It's actually getting sometimes I'd say a little bit oversaturated at some point, because there was a little bit of beef between some of the promoters where one or two of them were booking them on every single weekend. And then obviously it splits the amount of people that can actually go to one of them.
Yeah, it makes sense. About how far is the like with it having like how far are you having to travel every other weekend? Like if you were going every weekend, are you going all over the UK? Or are you able to kind of stay in like the greater London area?
So London's probably got the most ones that are going on. There's not one in London like every weekend, but majority of the time, like there'll be a couple of months that are in London or around that kind of area. But I mean, the UK's not like super big, but if you're fancy like traveling for a day, you can like find a competition each weekend pretty much.
I mean, that's not bad. So I mean, pretty much.
It's 58 matches, man. You're in or around London, I take it?
Yes, I'm in Kent, so it's like the next like county like over.
Got it. So 58, that's a lot, man. What is it? Yeah, that's basically like, fuck. How many months are there in a year? 12?
Yeah.
Like 4 a month?
Yeah, I would say it's just a little more than 4. Yeah, just under 5.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah, it was
too.
Yeah, it was hectic. There was like I did a few super fights as well, which was pretty cool. There's quite a lot of those kind of shows like coming up in the UK as well.
What was your like favorite this past year specifically? What was like your favorite competition experience that you had? Like which you can shout the promotion if you want, or you can just go specifically on like just the events surrounding your match. However deep you want to get into that, but what was your favorite competition experience last year?
Cool. So I did one, which I'm actually going on their show next weekend. It's called Quattrolinas. It's like a super fight show. They did their first one at the beginning of the year last year, and I just put my name in the hat. I didn't really think of it, and then someone we know called Danielle Tai, who's like a really good female black belt in the UK. She put my name forward because I know her, and I got a spot on the show. I wasn't really expecting too much because it was their first show. When I got there, it was in like a theater like venue, and we had like our own like dressing rooms. We had there was like they were like live streaming on like an MMA live thing. We had like full production value. We had like entrance music, lights, all this kind of stuff. Like it was like really like high quality for like their first ever event. And it was funny. I always try and like be friends with people before the match. That's just my kind of thing. I was like chatting to people. So me and like Michael like made friends. And yeah, I had this guy before my match, and I was like, I came up to him, I was like, hey man, really looking forward to like seeing you and like having a good match. It'd be fun. And he just kind of looked at me dead in the eyes and like shook my hand, but kind of like threw it away. I'm like, all right, that was kind of weird. I saw him later on, like in the toilet. I'm like, hey man, looking forward to it. And again, just like death stares me. I'm like, cool. This is fucking fun. And then we get on. The funny thing about that, like they asked for like entrance music and stuff, and I was like, I wanted Guile's theme from Street Fighter 2. I was like, that'd be pretty cool to come out to. And then I'm waiting to go on, and then I hear this music. I'm like, it must be the other guy's music. And the guy's like, you ready to go on? And I'm like, yeah, but this isn't my music. They end up playing "Lose Yourself" by Eminem.
Oh no!
Yeah. I was like, this is not the same. And they're like, and it has a really like long intro as well. And he was like, okay, once it builds up, go on. I was like, this is on music. I went, well, it is now. Fucking get on. I'm like, sweet, awesome. I was like the most stereotypical like teenager thing that's like, this would be really fucking cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, some tough guy music.
Yeah. So I get on. Yeah. Admittedly, like tough guy music, I've come on, I've got my hair braided and painted nails as well. So like, and I'm against this guy, I stand opposite him in the, like on the mats. And I do like, again, I'm just trying to like break the ice. I give him like a wave and he just like stares through and I'm like, all right, fine, let's do this. He like runs up to me and I fucking Uchimata him through the floor. And I just fucking just absolutely tear him apart. And then I get him in like a goth lock or like scarfold, like Americana goes to a goth lock. And I'm just like tearing his shoulder apart and he's not tapping it. He's going ba 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 ba, just exploding. And he's like just refusing to tap. And then finally does. And he gets to the end. Gets to the end of the match, like all this like we're chatting for a bit, like I'm chatting to some of the promoters and stuff. Then I find the guy, and then he's super nice to me after I beat him. All the time before, wouldn't even speak to me, was like death staring me. After he went, hey man, really appreciate that. I'm like, all right, cool, man.
I guess different strokes for different folks, man.
You broke him into like a friendly submission.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what happened.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, now you'll talk to me.
Yeah, now we're friends, huh? I just gotta tear your arm apart after you.
Fucking
3 times, dog.
He's like, don't hurt me again.
That goes back to what Mike was saying about jiu-jitsu taking itself too serious.
Oh, honestly, man, it was very obviously like opposing personalities. I had braided hair, painted nails, and I was acting like a fucking idiot. Like, and then this guy's like the most serious man in the world. And I was like, whatever happens, like if he loses, he will look like an idiot. I already look like an idiot, so I'm not gonna look like an idiot when I lose or win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a picture of one of the guys I train with. And it's him smiling, like jumping up and down on his side of the mat. And then his opponent just has it's just mean mugging, just waiting for the match to start. So I imagine it's a very similar.
Yeah.
One guy's all cheerful. The other guy's like, I'm so pissed off. I'm ready to fight.
He's all business, that guy.
Yeah. I'm just like.
And that guy, the guy who's pissed off and ready to fight gets their ass kicked. So,
yeah.
You hit the goth lock on this guy, and you have a history of hitting these like crazy, super like niche submissions. And that's actually what I didn't know this before I had met you, but once we started following each other on Instagram, I saw like some of your reposts of like some of your submissions getting picked up by people like Dom and the Meow Brothers, right? So what's that like? Like what kind of got you into looking like, were you specifically looking to like, were you training to be like, I want to have this like crazy submission game and like that's what I'm looking to do? Or like how does that fit into your game? Was that something that came about naturally, or is that something that like after you did it once you're like, all right, this is my style now? What's that?
Yeah, so like some of the like the original one, the one I had, so a few years ago I did like it was like a loop choke where I come underneath, I kind of let the guy pass, and then there's a video that went reasonably viral where the guy like refused to tap and then just passed out from it. Like I saw that online, I was just practicing it, and I've always gravitated towards kind of bullshit moves, as my coach would call it. He goes, "Oh, that's Adam Forster bullshit." I'm like, "Yes, it is." It's not like a something I aim for every time in a match, but I always have one of those things in the back. I try and always have like kind of bullshit and like these kind of weird submissions in the back pocket in case, you just end up in like a weird position that you can get something from. I always find like I've got like basics, like all the basics, fundamentals. I think I'm pretty good at those. But then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be in a weird scenario in Jiu Jitsu that I can just find some random submission out of. That's my kind of like thinking about it. Is like, I've got the basics, that's good, but I need like something else in the back pocket in case things are going really badly or really weird that I can just whip out, and usually it helps me win.
Yeah, man, having that Hail Mary's good. I also like that it's now been branded on you. The Adam Forster bullshit is it's part of your brand now. Then that's good.
My coach, the amount like, so after like a match or something, I'll like send him a video of like the match, or if he's been there and seen it, and he'll send me like a voice note. And the amount of times he's gone, "Hey man, I hate that submission, but I can't have a go at you because you set it up so well and it works."
He's like, "I want to hate it, but I can't, dude. Congratulations."
Yeah, literally. He was like, "He gets results, so I can't be angry at you for doing it."
Yeah, it's like, well, I guess it worked this time.
Yeah. It's like, I guess it worked the 14 times you've done it. It's like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that's good though, man. So kind of on the path of brand building, right? So like, we've got Adam Forster bullshit, and like you're super active on like social media, creating like these little videos and meme stuff and whatever. Like, is that something that what's kind of been the development of that? Did that of like Adam Forster, the character, the brand, or what? I mean, it's not really a character. I've met you. You are what you're presenting. I just in terms of like the like in terms of the expression through all of that, like was that something that came about as time went on, or did you kind of what was the tipping point where you're like, oh, I'm going to start building this jiu-jitsu brand around myself?
So like ages ago, like I made like a jiu-jitsu like Instagram account. And I always used to film my like rounds and stuff. And I was like, I'll put stuff on there. I'll put some bits. I was like, I like to make like kind of like funny bits every once in a while. And then that video I said that went viral kind of got me like a bunch of like followers. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I slowly was doing like a couple of like little bits like every once in a while, and I'd get like some more followers, this kind of stuff. And then I don't like you said, like there's people who take jiu-jitsu really seriously and there's people that don't. I'm one of the people that don't, because I mean, we're rolling around the floor with like dudes, we're getting sweaty. Like, it's the easiest thing to make fun of, and I'd rather make fun of myself. So I kind of like really heavily leaned into that. Like, I was making like a bunch of videos, and then I was like, oh, this is going all right. And it was getting me like a few opportunities and this kind of thing. And then I really made a commitment to like try and like post every single day. Basically, I did the London Open, not the one that I met you in, the one before, and I broke my foot. Like, this big Serbian dude, super nice guy, by the way, straight ankle locked me and broke my foot, but I didn't realize I broke my foot. And then I competed the next day on it, and I was like stretching out. I was like, yeah, this is fine. And so I couldn't compete or like train or do much for a while. And so I was like, well, if I can't train, I was like still at training. I was like watching or like helping coach and stuff. But I was like, well, if I can't do this, I might as well do something else. And I was like, okay, I can't train for like probably like 6 weeks to 2 months, that kind of time. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to really commit to just making like jiu-jitsu content like as much as I can, like every single day. And then it's kind of like snowballed from there.
Yeah, man. That's really cool. I'm trying to we're both currently trying to like get get going on keeping up with the social media. We've been told it's important to do. So the brand building stuff's super interesting to me right now because it's like it's just what I've been working on and thinking of for like the past couple months, I guess. At this point, I didn't have as much time to think about it last year, but now I have a couple months off competition. I get to think about it. Yeah, man, that's really cool. What do you do outside of jiu-jitsu? Do you, like, I don't know, is there day job stuff? Is there hobbies outside of jiu-jitsu? Or, who is Adam Forster when he's not on the mats?
Yeah. So, originally, there was this, I've kind of like switched, the things that I do. So jiu-jitsu used to be the kind of hobby, but I've kind of leaned into that and tried to like, I like a coach now. I like do social media stuff. But before that, and I still do it now, but like my day job was I'm a freelance illustrator. So like I draw stuff for a living. Like I went to university and like studied illustration. So I think it kind of helps. I'm like a reasonably creative person. I think that kind of leans into why I've got some weird bullshit, like creative, like submissions. And I like doing all this like, content creating because it's just like stuff I can like make all like, I can use my like, I need a creative outlet. So jiu-jitsu is one of them. Illustration, that's what I do for like a day job. So I commission to do, like artworks and stuff. I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of jiu-jitsu brands as well, which is kind of like melded the two, worlds together. Other hobbies, I'll probably say me and some of the guys for jiu-jitsu, we like, play Dungeons and Dragons as well. So just a massive fucking nerd, really.
Those are all common.
The artwork.
Yeah.
Like you said you've done some work for some jiu-jitsu brands in your art career.
Yes. So I've done a few. So like one of the brands I'm sponsored by, which is Freshly Baked. Like I've done like a few like designs for them. Just like a bunch of other like rash guard companies and just that kind of stuff.
What is
and just people like? No, what was that saying?
So what is Freshly Baked?
So Freshly Baked is like apparel and like rash guard company. Like, yeah, I got sponsored by them because the first IBJJF I did, I didn't have a rash guard. Like, cause you obviously got to wear like the rank rash guards. I was like, nah, fuck this. I was like, oh, I don't want to have to pay. Obviously, I don't mind paying, but I asked him, the guy who runs that company, he actually trains at our gym. I was like, oh, do you have any like purple ones that I could get you from? And he was like, oh, I'll just like give you one and you can like wear it at the event. And then we started talking and then I've started like doing designs for them and they got sponsored. So, it's all melded together, which is pretty cool.
I did like that one you were wearing at the Open with the nuts.
Yeah.
Was that one of your designs or is that
no, that's yeah, that's like the shop design. I've like done so it's the idea is that it's like it could be misconstrued. It's meant to be like baked goods and that kind of thing, but obviously it's about like weed, really.
That's what I was trying to get at, buddy. My other career is outside of jiu-jitsu is in cannabis. So I was like,
oh, nice.
Freshly baked, dude. Tell me more.
What is freshly baked? Yeah, it's just
picking up what you're putting down, bud.
Yeah. The other design I did from a little while ago was the Virgin Mary, like but holding like a weed jar, like in her hands.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if the hell? So, dude, sorry, just I'm curious.
No, you're fine.
What are I thought the laws in the UK. So, because like I said, I've done a little bit of work.
Yeah.
And, I've worked with dudes who create and manufacture the genetics for basically like seeds. Yeah, in the United States, you can own the state by state thing. So, check your local laws if you're listening, but compliance with them. But in Virginia, for example, where like you're allowed to own you can grow up to 4 plants at home. So it's big, like you can buy cannabis seeds. Well, this is a whole sub thread that I don't want to necessarily get into with you guys. It may or may not be banned in the next 11 months or so in the United States. TBD, insofar as what the regulations within our country are going to look like. But you historically could own and grow plants at home. And I've done some business overseas, a little bit in the UK. And it's always been unclear to me like what the rules were there. I thought it was illegal to actually own and grow the product. In the
yes.
Is that true? Do you know?
Yeah. So from my understanding, it's illegal to
Without incriminating yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I don't. Ironically, I don't drink or do anything. I'm pretty much like, but I'm like a pro. I'm very much pro cannabis anyway.
Okay.
Even though I don't do it myself. But I believe the rules are like you can't do anything. But the unwritten rule is no one cares if you smoke a joint. Like the police aren't going to do anything.
Got it.
Yeah, like they were just like, fine. But obviously, it's selling and stuff is a different thing.
Yeah. We'd like I said, I've met some folks from the UK, and it's just to me the legal landscape was too complicated for myself and my team to get into.
Yeah,
it was like unclear. Like you said, I'm like it was kind of illegal, but also it's legal. But I don't really get it.
You can smoke a joint and they're not going to do anything. They'll probably just tell you to throw it away. But yeah, other than that. Yeah, anything more than that, they're like,
You got freshly baked. You got like, it's kind of like, I mean, there's a culture.
Yeah.
Because you go to Spain.
No, 100%. There's like,
if you're just in Portugal, like, that shit's legal there.
Yeah. Because we went over there beforehand, and like, I think when we like spoke to someone like mentioned it, obviously it like comes up because it's like Portugal, but they're like, oh, it's just decriminalized, like you can just do it, but it's obviously harder to get a hold of, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Portugal as well as I know Spain.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about drugs. Sorry.
It's drugs. Well, I don't. So like the not to keep this going too long on the tangent, but for
that's cool.
Policy tangent. But like I think the stuff here isn't that only going to apply to the amount within CBD products that are sold?
So the way it was written, real quick, she used to be able to. Okay, so what happened in November of last year was when the government was shut down at like the 11th hour, Mitch McConnell, longtime senator from Kentucky, where I'm from, he threw in a pretty much all-encompassing hemp ban with into the continuing resolution, which was the name of the bill that they passed because everyone had to pass it because it was like now the government had shut down for them or something, and they were got to get this going. Yeah, just kind of slid it in there and basically recriminalized hemp products that contain more than 0.3% THC, which is a lot of things, and other, as I recall, like other little. There's a bunch of goofy like variants and hemp derived products and THC derived products that like people turned into intoxicating, what they called intoxicating hemp. And yes, Mike, it was targeted at certain like CBD /THCA /Delta 9 /Delta 8, like all these other derivative products that you could buy. I call them gas station drugs. Tried to like target gas station drugs. We're not going through like a state by state regulated storefront that's licensed and kind of went through that all proper compliance protocols. And so like, okay, it kind of makes sense. It's not necessarily a bad idea to like deal with people who are kind of slipping through basically what was a loophole. And so it was kind of like, I've been calling it like, instead of using like a scalpel, they started using a sledgehammer for the industry because they just basically banned it. But they did not plan to enforce it right after passing it. So they said, we're going to wait 12 months and enforce it in a year. Which kind of, in my opinion, tells you that they're going to like leave it open-ended politically so they can figure out what they just did. Like how pissed are people going to be? And then like, should we do something? And now there's already legislation being introduced to delay even further the enforcement and or just completely get rid of the ban, which would be nice. Maybe like not, maybe there's more than just not rebanning something down later on. Sort of bringing the issue politically to the forefront because, to your point, the chatter has been that there were, I mean, obviously there were influences to folks that slid this in there, but like some of the chatters that alcohol industry is upset about drinks that contain THC and CBD being in liquor stores. And I don't know if that's really a big deal to the alcohol lobby, but you worked in alcohol, so maybe you tell me. But like, anyways, that's
crushing it.
Was it really? You're
tearing it apart.
Yeah, people are still getting hammered, dude. It's fine.
Mitch McConnell's from the bourbon state, man. Of course, he's got that. He's got that bourbon.
But
money.
The problem for him is he's also from a hemp state. So Kentucky's huge on hemp, right? And so like Rand Paul, the other senator from Kentucky, was It's interesting. Like at the end, it was two guys from Kentucky debating over one. And Rand's like not young, but he's a younger dude. He's more like libertarian. He's kind of like he was trying to advocate for the hemp farmers of Kentucky. Like there's an industry now, is what I'm saying. It's like that industry's pissed. That industry's trying to figure out. And here we are. So TBD on the THC, bros.
On that,
am I right? There's, if you could bring it back to jiu-jitsu, it was interesting. I'm glad you brought up freshly baked. Is it freshly baked?
Freshly baked.
Freshly baked.
Like there's a big like cannabis / like jiu-jitsu sub community. Like whenever I go to these cannabis events, I talk to these dudes more about jiu-jitsu than I do about business. Quite often.
Yeah, the crossover between there's a bunch of like you said, you're in like art. You've interviewed a few people that are also in creative, like their job outside of jiu-jitsu is also in the creative sector. Authors, like there's crazy crossover in all of these different, like the subculture of jiu-jitsu is like got its fingers in a bunch of other little like cultures. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think also like with the creative stuff, like you said, there's like loads of people that do like a creative job or like do stuff outside of this that is like also creative. I think it's just like another creative outlet, like is a different way of expressing yourself, and it kind of like draws. There's a bunch of different people that get drawn to like this kind of like this kind of thing, and I think like definitely like creative people is definitely one of them because you can be. I guess you're like working something out. Like I always want to like do something or like work something out or find like a cool way of doing something, and like jiu-jitsu gives you a physical way of doing that, I think.
Yeah.
It sure does.
It seems like it's creative people and people that are in like problem solving fields.
Yeah.
Those are like it seems like, I mean, a bunch of the people who aren't just, it seems like they're either in, their background is in like engineering or like they're lawyers or they're like.
Yeah. We've got a guy at ours. Yeah. We've got a guy at ours who's I can't remember what he is, but he's like a brain doctor. Like he's like, he does like, he's doing like theses on like, kind of like Neuralink kind of stuff, but not like Neuralink, but like things you can put in your brain to like, improve it and like doing loads of diagnostic stuff. I'm like, man, like you're so smart. It's insane. And he's like coming this one, yeah, I just like coming here as well.
Are you hinting at that you might be getting some experimental tech implanted?
I'm hoping so. I'm really trying to butter him up.
Yeah. Get the good. Let a few people do it first. Let their brains get all fucked up, and then once
true.
it's clear, you get the 2.0 or 3.0.
Yeah.
Don't be alpha or beta testing that. You want you want like that immediate pre-launch.
Yeah, we'll test on the white belts first on like the new people. Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu does bring together. Like when I first started, it was like we would have criminals. We'd have drug dealers, we'd have law enforcement, you have military, you'd have nerds, you'd have athletes. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah,
it's backgrounds together to fight each other.
Yeah, it's the best thing when you see law enforcement and then like stoners and people who are definitely criminals that like just like rolling together, like being like super friendly and like fun with each other. Like outside, man, that guy's gonna go to prison, but in here, man, everyone's super fun.
Yeah, you roll around for a little. It's like it's Switzerland for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then like you're like, I'm off the clock.
Yeah.
This guy
I do also make a point if there is a police officer rolling with us, I make sure to do the stereotypical police lock on them every time and I tell them to stop resisting.
I like that.
Get them
every time. Yeah.
I just hope they don't get resentful.
Oh no, that's Latamy's problem.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But you're good. You're not doing any. You're not consuming any drugs. You're not drinking.
No, I'm a good boy.
You're good to. Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. They it's not like the usual jiu-jitsu stoners that like that guy, the guy who's showing up baked to class. If he's not in a legal state, he better be nice to that cop.
Yeah.
Don't be pulling up any Adam Forster bullshit on that guy.
Yeah. Then you're going straight to jail.
Yeah, they'll be like, I'm gonna wait for you after class, and I am clocking in and arresting your ass.
If I was a cop and you pulled off some crazy movie, I'd put you in jail.
Yeah. No, I do. Rightly so.
Yeah, dude. Jail immediately. Jail.
Yeah.
Straight to jail. Yeah, we had a guy that I don't care if he listens to this. Whatever. He was definitely like the stereotypical like if he pulled you over, you'd be like, oh, fuck, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like he was that, even on the mats, he was that kind of guy where it's just like, oh, this is the cop who got into this to be a bully. Like that's how it felt like sometimes.
Yeah.
Subtweeting people right now. But yeah, like there's still the guys. I think there's still a little bit of bleed over from like the early UFC days when people were getting into it because of like, you know, tap out t-shirts and being macho. Still a little bit of bleed over from that like they haven't, not everyone's gotten out of the macho phase. Like we've talked about, they take it too seriously.
Yeah.
There's still a little bit of that, where there's that guy who's not quite, he hasn't quite melded into your community yet. He's still a little bit, trying to be an enforcer when he doesn't need to be. That's few and far between, luckily.
Yeah, there's usually always there's always like one of those kind of people like in the gym, and like within reason, they kind of get like crushed and molded to how we want them. That's probably the nicest way of saying it. Yeah.
Or they leave. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. You're either going to leave or we're going to beat you up and mold you to how we want you to be.
You will comply.
We talked about that recently, where it's like these communities are like, I call them like little, like human bodies, like an immune system.
Yeah.
Like someone comes in and if they're not a good fit, like community, you or two or three of your boys, but something ain't right. Either figures it out, or like the immune system.
Yeah, no, 100%. I always tell people, it's like, I'd like to think, and people are like, we had a few people say like, we have like a pretty like friendly and like healthy gym culture like ours. Like everyone's like super friendly. We have like quite a really nice like environment. But I say like, if you're going to go, those kind of gyms will attract that. Like you said, like you're going to get the same type of people go to those type of gyms, and another type of people are going to go to a different gym. And then when they go, they went, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to be a dickhead to everyone. This is what I really like. Or they go to another gym and went, oh, these people are nice. I'm going to be nice as well.
What's like the greater jiu-jitsu culture like in, you know, the broad jiu-jitsu culture like in London? Like, is there the thought share like you and I had in the bullpen? Is that overall? Is there a lot more rivalry? Like what's it like in terms of like the inter-gym community?
Yeah, there's still, I mean, like me and like our gym, we're like super like, we're like a big proponent on like cross training and like seeing what other people are. Like you should definitely go train, like do other things, that kind of stuff. Like go see other people, go to gyms, train with other people, share ideas. You're going to learn the best that way. But I think like some of like the older gyms, they've still stuck in their mind that like, this is like, you can't like, they'll just get pissy about anything. And they just want to keep like, I know you train here. That's it. You go another place. You can go fuck yourself. That was a similar situation where like when I first started, and that's when like gym politics, I was like, I was like, I don't, why? Like, you don't know me. Like I'm paying a membership here. Like I want to have fun. And if you're like telling me I can't go anywhere else, or you're just going to be passive aggressive towards me for it, fuck that. Like I think it's getting better. I think it's like kind of the old school gyms and like all the older dudes that are like, still like that. But but I think there's a lot of like newer gyms. Like gyms are popping up all the time. Like it's really, really getting like really big over here, which is really awesome. And I think all like the newer gyms and some people have a bit more of a broader mindset are kind of pushing that kind of idea of like, you know, cooperation, like meeting people, like sharing ideas, that kind of stuff. And I think that's better for the sport personally.
Couldn't agree more. I think it's like I was going to say there might be like some parallels. I mean, like you're near London, you're near the capital. We're near Washington DC. We're near the capital. So maybe there's like some weird infectious like politicking disease that emanates from being at the center of politics in our two countries. But for the most part,
I think also there's kind of like melting pots as well for like cities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
I know. Yeah, because there's like so many like.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I said because there's like so many like different people, like different cultures, different like everyone's like coming over to like, especially like London is like a massive city, so like you can't help but like bring things together, I guess, or like try new things and like go to other gyms and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know like one of the guys that I competed against when I was there, I can't remember, but like his whole gym, like they had a huge like program working with, I think it was like refugee kids. I'd have to.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
can't remember what his, but it's
Yeah.
Royal Jiu Jitsu was the name of the gym that he was at. I don't know if you know much about that. It looks like they're in a different. I don't know.
I
somewhere in
think-
the city.
I think I know. I think it's in like Birmingham or something. So I think something like in the Midlands somewhere.
Sounds right. I don't know. But
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's the one I'm
Right.
thinking about, it's a cool
Of
gym.
course, man,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah. Just say yeah.
Yeah, dude, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Birmingham.
But yeah, I just
Yeah.
the small amount of the I'm just saying that definitely I saw that too when I was there. So I mean I think that's
Well,
probably the case in most cities, right?
when you're a competitor, right? So, and I think
Yeah.
this culture, like we've seen it over here. And I've been in this area, the DC area, for 15 years or 16 years for a while. And I think historically, where you're located, where we're located, these are like the trends or the patterns of like old school, old guard guys like you talked about who are too territorial, but as you've had a like you're describing in your area, like, there's gyms everywhere. There's a lot of good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And the best dudes have always been the ones who they always have a good relationship with their coach, and so the coach is like comfortable and confident, and quite frankly, encouraging their students to go around and go and try to train with other dudes, because if they care about you as a student and an athlete, they want you to get better. They know, especially if you're competitive, you need to go out and see other people. You need to get new looks.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
not quite the same as competition, but it kind of has that feel. You go into someone else's gym at first, and you're like, oh, kind of like you're going into that unknown environment,
Yeah,
unknown bodies, right? So you're going to see something different. So there's like a mental and like literally physical exercise to like trying to do your jiu-jitsu against someone you don't know, which is a lot like a tournament. So they should want you to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Because especially like if you kind of roll with the same people all the time in your own gym, everyone kind of gets used to what you're doing, and then you don't get to try like it on a brand new person who's not going to expect you, like you got your signature move or whatever. They don't know that, so like you can really like try that on someone else, and also vice versa. You're coming into someone else's gym, they're going to try all the stuff that they've been practicing for years on all their like teammates, like on you. So it's really good. It's like just pressure testing what you can do.
Yeah. I mean, you'll always run into your same training partners. If you're just going against, they know what you do. Like you're saying, they've got your whole playbook memorized at some point, right? Especially if it's the guy, like if you have a specific guy that's like your drilling partner, you're like the only person that's your size in the gym. Like that definitely is. You just keep running into the same shit. Sometimes it continues to work on them. They can't figure out the answer. But that also doesn't make you better, right? So,
no, exactly. You need like different scenarios. Like I said, like in competition, you're going to get some weird scenarios, and someone's going to give you a completely different reaction than someone else that you've just used to like the whole entire time.
Yeah. It creates this weird like scramble situations and odd positions, like you're talking about, like that you don't always, if you know what the person does, you don't always dip in. Speaking of competition, do you have anything coming up? Any big ones on the radar or on the schedule? Any super fights, any tournaments that you're targeting right now?
Yeah, so I've got a super fight next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday is that Quattrolinas one. I said when I previously talked about like one of the super fights I did. So I've got a match on there, which would be really cool. It's like a really cool card. And the event's super cool. And I think I'm going to sign up. I haven't signed up yet. I've got like 1 or 2 days left to get like the like normal entry fee, but I'm going to do the London Open, I think. It's like the 22nd and 23rd of February. Those are my next two, I think. I haven't got anything else like booked in, but there's plenty of stuff around that I'm just going to like sign up for.
I love that venue for London Open. That was
super cool.
Coolest venues I've been to. The natural light was great. all windows. That's cool, man. I think this will come out right after, if I'm thinking of dates correctly, I think this will come out right after you compete. So,
dope.
Right after your super fight. So that'll be. Do you want to try to manifest what your finish is going to be, and then we'll see if it's right the Tuesday.
Let's go. Yeah. Man, what bullshit should we say I should do? what's a bullshit submission that I should go for? And I'm just
what's the Adam Forster bullshit of the day that he's gonna do?
we've been working on like me and my mate have been working on this like bullshit like Steven Seagal like wrist lock, and it's horrible.
Yo, if I'm gonna wrist lock somebody in a super fight, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, you get like mercy, you get like mercy grips, like we fingers interlocked. If you turn your fingers inwards and they just grab their wrist and turn it down, it's like an Aikido like thing, but it's horrible. It's so painful.
Well, if you do hit that at the super
fight,
please clip that and send it to us, because we'll put it on because then we'll have like we'll be able to like we'll be able to say that you manifested it right here on the show.
Oh man, 100%. I'm gonna get mercy grips straight away. I did it. Me and my mate, we were like working on it. We're just like, I wonder if this works. We're just like playing around, and then my coach took my back one time, and then I was playing around with it, and I like mercy gripped him from when he had my back. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I started like putting it on, and he was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Again, like Adam Forster bullshit. And he was just using his head like to push my hand down because it was so painful. He got out of it, but I was like, there's something here.
Something here.
There's something.
Yeah. I also like that as one because you won't be risking too much by going for it, and then you can't.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing the hand.
Yeah, that way it doesn't interfere too much with your match. That's good. I like it.
Yeah,
wrist lock the fuck out of that guy.
That's the plan. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. The Tuesday after it happened.
Yeah, the couple of days after.
I like that. So you got that coming up in 2 Saturdays from now, right? Next Saturday, whatever.
Yeah, next Saturday.
And then let's shout out your sponsors. Let's get those out there.
Cool, I appreciate it.
Love.
Yeah, so I've got Grappler soap, which keeps me clean. I got freshly baked fightwear because you guys are a fan of weed. I've got sticky grips, finger tape. I've got sweat collector for your sweaty, gross gear and gis, and I've got WTF combat apparel. They sort out my gis. So yeah, that's all my sponsors, baby. I've got affiliated links and like codes on my Instagram.
Yeah, we'll collect as much of that as we can fit in the show notes. So at least get your Instagram in there. Drop that too right now for people who prefer to listen to things, and then we'll also put in the show notes. But
yeah, so if you want to see some just random bullshit and probably some homoerotic videos, on my Instagram is Adam Forster BJJ.
Hell yeah!
You got to put that behind a paywall. You got to get like an OnlyFans or something.
Oh man, it's definitely. I've definitely been thinking about it. I've had some aggressive messages in my DMs from people.
Gay for pay.
They're just filling.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah.
Do what you got to do. Times are tough.
Hey man. Yeah, man. Mama got to eat. I've got bills.
I get it. You don't got to tell me. Hey, you don't got to tell me.
You don't got to tell Scott. But thank you for being on the show.
No, thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
Hell yeah, man! I'm glad that we were able to make this work.
You do, dude, real quick. You do it sounds like you did at least the one no-gi tournament that Mike went to last year. You do that pretty often. Okay, cool. So you're gonna be at Euros later in the year.
Yeah, man, gonna be there.
We're looking at.
I might do it. So
as long as they don't put it on Halloween again, I'll be able to go.
Oh man,
I like Halloween in Rome.
Yeah, man, it'd be sick.
My wife put a huge kibosh on.
Well, that's
Halloween.
That's having one of those.
She was like, "You cannot go to Europe for your kid's favorite holiday."
All right. Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah." But yeah, man. We'll definitely try to. We'll stay in touch and we'll link up.
100%.
I've been looking for a reason to go to the UK too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come.
We'll do the fall one again.
Sounds good. Yeah, if you do, hit me up and we'll go out. We'll do some bits.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I'll probably be coming. Probably next time I come out there, I'll probably be coming without the family. So I don't have to stay in like London. I can be
lads night out,
or at least
the boys get on the beers.
Go with the boys
like that.
Sunday roast after
Boogie
Gold again, dude.
Whoa.
Sunday roast was the shit. But hey, man, thanks for coming on. It was awesome. I'm glad we were able to make this work. we'll have all of those. We'll at least have his Instagram in the show notes.
Yeah.
And I'll get with you and I'll get all that information. I'll at least get we'll try to direct people to your stuff, get you a little love and support.
Cool, appreciate it.
The show notes. Definitely, guys, check out Adam Forster. I enjoy his feed. He's got some cool stuff going on. He has a lot of he's competing a lot, as you can see. Fun videos. So if you're deep in that Jiu Jitsu lore and into the subculture, he's a good example of it. So check him out. Out of London, or out of Kent.
There it is.
40 Licks BJJ. He's a great dude, and we're glad to have him on. So that was Fighters Drinking Coffee, guys. As always, 5-star reviews, like, subscribe, comment, all those things that bump us up in the algorithm. And we love you. Bye.
Oh, bye.